is checking out this dictionary, and dictionaries are really great, right? Because they tell us about words and they share definitions, and that's a really cool tool to have. But words mean a lot more than they say on the page, right? And when we experience those words, we understand them a lot better. Words can kind of be like people, can't they? When we just hear someone's name and we don't know them very well, we might not understand them very much. And when we see a word that we're new to, we might use a dictionary to understand about it, but when we actually experience what that word means, it changes a lot. There are things in our lives that are outside of our control, like the weather. Who knew it could snow in April? But it is. Things in life can be outside of our control, and yet we can still appreciate them and grow from them and learn from them. Today I'd like to share with you a book called Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. This is a beautiful book, and it begins with words, which is why I was sharing the dictionary with you. The main character is an amazing young woman who's dealing with the fact that she's not able to communicate with people because she's unable to speak and she's not able to walk, and she deals with a lot. This book means a lot to me because I have friends who have cerebral palsy and they can't talk and communicate in that way, and they've never had the experience and joy of walking or running or swimming, and yet those friends of mine with CP are some of the most joyful people I've ever met, and they're great at encouraging others, and they've dealt with issues that a lot of us can't imagine what that would be like, and yet they're choosing to be positive and influence this world for good. At the start of this book, the author begins with a discussion of words and how much our main character here appreciates words. What words mean the most to you? And what experiences have you faced that mean a lot to you? Here are my questions I would ask you after you read this book. What circumstances that are outside of your control have you had to face in life? And how have you faced them with courage? Another question I'd ask you is, when you meet someone who's different than you in some way, how do you appreciate that person? Seeing their value. How do you do that? And my last question for you is, when circumstances are hard and when things go differently than you planned, how do you still influence our world with good? Those are my questions for you. Keep reading with purpose. Bye!